Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'm going to explain you the Unit 1 from 7th Standard, the Wonder Bowl. So, my dear kids, what's the meaning of Wonder Bowl? A magical bowl, a magical vessel, you can say. So, in this lesson, there is a bowl which shows some magic. This story is about a very good people. Because of their good behavior, kindness, they will get a praise from God. So, in this story, there is a couple, Philemon and Baucis, who lived in a hut on a mound. Mound means on a raised ground. So they work hard in their farm and they were able to get as much as food as they needed. So means their condition was not too good. What they earned daily, that just fulfill their basic needs such as food, shelter and cloth, and they are living in a very small hut on a raised ground. So one evening, what happens means when they had their dinner, means the supper. After the couple, Philemon and Baucis. Philemon is a husband and the Baucis is the wife. So this couple, one night when they had finished their supper means the dinner, so they came outside at their door and they were sitting there. When they were sitting there, just they heard the sound of the dogs. The dogs were barking loudly, and the boys in the streets they were shouting and ill-treating the strangers. The strangers here means the unknown people who have entered the village. So, by seeing them, the boys and the dogs were barking loudly. These couple, when they heard the sound of the boys and the dogs, they just want to see what's happening in the streets. But they can't see from the place where they were sitting. That is why Philemon got up and went there. He saw the two strangers have come to the town. That is why the boys and the dogs are making noise. So he welcomed the strangers to the village and he brought them to his house, that is the hut. And when he brought the strangers to the house, the bosses said, so you may have come little earlier so that I may have served you a food. So now only a drop, some milk has been left in our home, she said. But the stranger said, no problem, your little milk is just like a feast for us. Feast means for anybody, if we invite for lunch, dinner to our relatives, friends, we will serve a lot of food for them. So the strangers compared the bowl of milk to the feast. So then the bosses, she divided that milk into 2 cups and served it to the strangers. The strangers drank it. And after finishing that milk, one of the strangers asked for some more milk to the bosses. At that time, bosses said, sorry my dear strangers, I doesn't have any milk now in the bowl. Only a drop has been left. But the stranger said, no, good lady, there is a milk in the bowl. Then they both filled another cup of milk and they drank. The bosses was so astonished. Astonished means surprise. She's shocked that the milk was not there in the bowl. How come it will be? They again filled their cups. She said to the boss Philemon that these couples are not the ordinary people. So Philemon said, yes, they are heaven, they are angels from heaven. He said, and after finishing their milk and all, the strangers they went to sleep. But the bosses and Philemon did not sleep for the whole night. Just they were thinking about the strangers. So how the bosses was thinking that how the ball again filled with milk, how it happened like that. Then after the full whole night, in the morning when the strangers woke up and now they want to go back to their place, at that time the bosses and Philemon came together outside, and the strangers said, we are not the ordinary people, we are the messengers from God, and because of your hospitality, kindness, good behavior, so God has blessed you with something. What you want, just ask me, I will give you the thing what you want. When the stranger said this sentence, both husband and wife look at each other, and suddenly Philemon says, we want to die together. Means such a love was there in between that couple. So they said, we want to die together. So then the stranger said, okay, first happily live together in your home, then after that come together to the heaven. And they vanished from there, means disappeared. When the bosses and Philemon turned in front and look after at their hut, the hut has been turned into a very big mansion, means a bungalow, a very big building. When they want to thank to the strangers and they turned back, they saw that the strangers have vanished from there, means disappeared from there. So they happily live together in that mansion and helping, every time they used to help the poor people, and they used to help in many ways and live together happily. This is what the story, the Wonder Ball. So, dear children, by this story, you will get a message that so our good deeds pays off. Thank you.